We talk all the time about face of the league and all these young guys and Ant Edwards and all these young talented players and who's going to take the torch and all that. Isn't it funny? We watch Team USA. It's still the old guard, isn't it? Old man Bron, old man KD, and increasingly older man Steph. They're carrying the way. They're carrying the torch. LeBron's case, quite literally. I mean, it's unbelievable. It's the only reason I think Team USA will win the gold. Because I'm telling you right now, if it's not for those three, I have so many doubts of all the players on this team. And it's not even the talent. It's, does Steve Kerr know the right combos? Does he know who to play when? Because from where I'm sitting, not no, but hell no, he doesn't. All right, let's talk more Tatum here. Let's bring him in. Let's bring Ante back. Thank you for letting me get that off my chest. I would tell you I feel better. But I want to stay here for a second with the Tatum stuff because I always lean on you for the real basketball nuts and bolts of why certain things are happening. And you have such a great eye. You've watched tape. You've played the game your whole life. I mean, can you make any sense at all when Steve Kerr says, well, it's the combos we want to play? And I understand Kevin Durant's back in the lineup, but why wouldn't you play Jason Tatum at all? You were the one that told me Tyrese Halliburton wouldn't get much time once we got to the real deal. So I wasn't shocked to not see him play at all against Serbia. Yeah. But certainly, and you do have more depth, I guess, at that point guard position. But certainly, Tatum, I know Durant's back in the lineup, Ante, but who cares? I mean, what is with Kerr playing 4 guards and Joel Embiid? I don't understand it, and then you don't even play Tatum. What the hell's going on, Tay? Is there a basketball reason for this that makes sense to you?
I mean, the only basketball reason that I would look at that would make sense to me is the shooting, right? Because obviously we know Curry shot the ball well in that game against Serbia. KD shot lights out. Booker shot the ball extremely well. And Tatum, we know, has been struggling with his jump shot, even going into the showcase games that they had against all of those 5 countries that they faced. He still struggled to shoot the ball. So that would be the only thing that I could sit up there and look at and point at and be like, hey, this is why he didn't play. But then conspiracy brain, Ante, comes in. And I start thinking, are Spo and Kerr trying to destruct the Celtics from within? Obviously, we know it's been a whole topic about Jaylen Brown not being on this team and not being selected. They obviously bring Derek White in. And then you have the opportunity to play Tatum, who, think about it this way, right? NBA voters had the opportunity to choose, MVP, obviously, first team All-NBA, right? When you go and look at first team All-NBA from this past season, you have a Canadian, a Serbian, a Slovenian, and a Greek. And then there's one guy,
Tatum,
who is from America.
Captain America.
And it's Jason Tatum. And you're telling me that one guy can't see minutes in an Olympic basketball game?
It's crazy.
It's kind of crazy to think about. So conspiracy brain going off here thinks maybe they're trying to destruct this team from the inside. But I think it's just adding ammo to the clip for the Celtics for next year.
Yeah. Look, I love a good conspiracy theory, as you know. I don't believe that's the case with Kerr and Spo and some mastermind thing. You know what I really think it is? I think Kerr, and I said this in the open, I just think Kerr thinks he's the smartest guy in the room, and sometimes those guys aren't as smart as they think. And honestly, even I'm looking at the box score right now. Let's take LeBron for example, who was just sensational. He came up just shy of a triple-double, 21 points, 8 boards, 9 assists, right? Stay with me. Jason Tatum at his best, Ante, is a complete basketball player.
100%.
So even the notion that maybe Kerr's thinking of the shooting, bro, Jason Tatum can literally do everything out there just like LeBron can. I'm not saying he's LeBron, but I'm saying he's a complete basketball player.
Right.
So playing him, you don't necessarily have to take a step back from the shooting aspect. You can play him and say, hey, I want you scoring in the interior, or I want you crashing boards, or I want you facilitating.
Yeah.
He can do anything
Yeah.
with a basketball.
Yeah.
So it just drives me nuts
Well, you know,
that Steve Kerr's looking at this from, because you're probably right, not the conspiracy theory from the basketball standpoint,
right.
of like, oh, we might lose something with shooting. No, put the guy out there and have him show you all the gifts that he has. That's what drives me nuts. That's what a coach should do. But I think Kerr overthinks it, and he makes this stuff a Rubik's Cube when it's just basketball, bruh.
Yeah. Well, you know, he's also a little bit of an analytic guy, right, as well. And when you look at the plus minus through the 6 games that USA's played throughout this summer,
Yeah.
his plus minus is second to last, above the guy that we know probably shouldn't be wearing that USA jersey, number 11.
Yeah.
Joel Embiid with a plus 9, and Tatum has a plus 14, and KD has a plus 20, and he just played his first game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think maybe that plays into it as well. I'm not vouching for it. I think it's stupid. I think you're right. I think 100% Tatum should be playing in these games and should have the opportunity to compete for his country, and has been doing this since a young age, winning games for Team USA. So it is kind of stupid to see that he's not getting the opportunity. But once again, it's hard. Because there are a lot of great guys on this team, and you tell me about the box score, and I'm kind of like pulling it up as we're talking as well.
Yeah.
And you look at it, and like, what other player do you think should have really come out, that didn't play good minutes? Because I look at, really, besides Embiid played 11, right? And then you go after that, the guy who played the least is Derek White with 15 and a half minutes.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there, which is funny from a basketball perspective. Like, obviously Kevin Durant did what he did, LeBron did what he did, Curry did what he did. There was a lot of great basketball being played out there.
Drew Holiday played a lot too.
And I came into the office today and I told George, I'm like, dude, it's so crazy how good at basketball Derek White is. And he scored 2 points, Travis.
Right. He played great defense, so he had a big block at the end.
But he's just a great basketball player. So, like, when you look at that and you point to the other guys, like, I can't sit here and say, like, anybody played bad. You know what I mean? They all played really good basketball, which
Except
is why
Embiid.
Exactly. So, it is kind of tough to be like, hey, maybe he should have got in there when everyone else pretty much played, A+ basketball, so I can't be upset with the lineup because they got it done. But once again, Tatum does deserve an opportunity. Yeah,
I know. It just drives me nuts. And by the way, he never rocks the boat. He doesn't say the wrong things. And at the end of the game, he's celebrating with his teammates. Mm-hmm. But those cutaways, Ante, of Jason Tatum, and a lot of this stuff has gone viral. It's like a meme now.
Yeah.
But the cutaways of Tatum sitting on the bench, he was ticked. And he should be. And by the way, what a stupid, humbling experience to have, right? Like, here you are on this team with the best players in the world, and you're one of them.
Yep.
And you literally are sitting on the bench passing out towels and Gatorade. Like, I mean, you got to be kidding me. I would be absolutely pissed off if I was Jason Tatum too. And you know what? The right thing to do is to not go to the podium and say anything. And he's not, and he won't, and he shouldn't.
Yeah.
But those cutaways of him on the sideline looking ticked off, it equally ticked me off.